Hey everyone, Jay Whitner here with Space Headlines. We do a quick recap every week of what's going on in space, and today we'll be talking about the second week of October 2019. Our first item happens aboard the International Space Station, and the news is that astronauts have 3D printed beef in space for the first time. This is a very interesting development. It comes to us compliments of an Israeli company called Oct Farms, and they did this using a bioprinter that was made by a Russian company called Bioprinting Solutions. And why is this important? Well, for space settlement to occur and to be economic, we need to grow lots of food in space. And the vast amounts of resources needed to have cattle in space are extremely daunting. So something like this will probably be the only way in the near or intermediate future that you could have beef in space that was actually grown in space. So congratulations to them, and hopefully this continues to develop. The Air Force picked out some contractors for an upcoming launch program. There are 8 of them, and the focus is on small and medium-sized payloads. So this thing is called Orbital Services Program 4, and its target is payloads of over 400 pounds. So this is not like a CubeSat kind of thing. But they want to offer the service to be able to launch payloads typically in within 1 or 2 years of the launch request. So it's a fairly responsive timeline as such things go. And these will be competitive. So each firm will compete for the launches they're interested in and put in bids. So basically this pool of contractors is eligible to bid. So the companies that are involved are SpaceX, Expo Launch Systems, Northrop Grumman, Firefly, ULA, Avum, Vox Space, and Rocket Lab. We have some news from the Space Launch Company. Space launch has been in limbo, basically, since Paul Allen died about a year ago, with rumors swirling, and are they in business or not, and what's going to happen. What's happened is an undisclosed company has bought Stratolaunch. And the announcement is that regular operations are continuing. If you look at their website, at least at this time that this news story came out, there were 11 different job postings. They were trying to hire people, including pilots, if I remember right. So we'll have to see where this goes, who the new firm is that's going to be interested in operating Stratolaunch. But glad to see this legacy of Mr. Allen will continue somehow. NASA has released a really highly detailed map of the moon. The map was created using data accumulated by the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. The LRO has been doing its thing for about a decade now, so there's a whole lot of data. And in addition to basically they're shooting lasers down to measure the altitude of different things on the moon. So they're making a nice 3D map, basically, of data. And NASA's released this so people can look at it, play with it. They're calling the animation the CGI Moon Kit. So check this out if you're so inclined to learn more about the detailed structure of the moon. Boeing announced they've got an upcoming test for their Starliner capsule. The test is an uncrewed test flight that would go to the International Space Station in mid-December, if all goes as scheduled. So there won't be any crew here. But this flight is the equivalent of a flight that SpaceX did earlier in the year, an uncrewed capsule going up to the International Space Station. And the big step between now and this flight we're talking about to ISS is that Boeing needs to do a successful abort test before this test to the ISS can happen. And the abort test is scheduled for early November. That's it for our coverage for the second week of October. Hope you enjoyed our show. Check back with us soon, and we'll be talking about the third week of October 2019. And we'll see you then.